one, mana two, mana three, mana four. Inspiration, elevation, knocking right at your door.
Aloha mai kako, aloha. Welcome to Mana Bombs podcast, powered by Pomahina Design. This is me, Kanoe Lani Davis.
Me kulani Jeremiah Wang, aloha.
Aloha, everybody. Today's Mana Bomb is currently not letting anybody F with my flow. And yes, I said F and I didn't say the bad word. Good on me. Our focus today is how do we stay focused without hurting someone's feelings? I think this goes back to boundaries and being courageous, as we mentioned in the last episode. So, really, how do you move in these spaces with tenderness and grace? Because, we all want to move gracefully, like a goddess, like a queen. But before we begin, I just want to let those viewers out there on YouTube know that we have the full episode on Spotify, iTunes, or you can just go to anchorfm.com, Mana Bombs, and you'll find all of our platforms there. So let's go ahead and get started. We're not letting anybody mess with our flow, right, Kulani? How's it been for you lately?
I don't know. I think my flow was rock and rolling a little bit. Remembering that I have to refocus myself and trying to move with grace and tenderness. That's a new area and space for me. I was raised with my mother was very stern. My father was a loving one. So I had a balance, but trying to remember to move with tenderness and grace in all things really doesn't happen a lot for me because I was raised with brothers. My sister was 9 years older, so very titta. Titta is the result of being raised by your brothers or by your grandparents or your grandfather, learning all the masculine traits that boys learn as a young growing girl and thinking that knowing you can do all those things that boys can do. Hence, I can do anything, you can do better, right? That song, I can do anything better than you. And that was a statement from a female because we know we can. Sorry, guys. So learning how to walk with tenderness and grace so you're not hurting other people's feelings, it was a very new realm for me. So my flow basically is treat others like you want to be treated. How about you? How's your flow?
My flow is good. I think with this Mana Bomb, right? Currently not letting anybody mess with your flow or F with your flow. When I wrote it, it was that understanding of being who you are, knowing who you are in this world, and somebody else coming and imposing or making you feel forced to change and to shift. That flow is who you are, your being. The letting somebody come in and F with that flow is when you hit that rock that stops you from flowing. If you're older and you're single, you kind of have a flow. So have you had any of those types of moments?
Lots. I have a lot of unplanned visitors, and I'm just sometimes I don't have the capacity on that day to take it, knowing that there's a possibility that she's coming because of the pattern of arrivals. I shut the door because I know that if my door is shut and locked, you cannot open the screen door to knock on the door. I learned that if I ask her directly and just kind of state, listen, I love you and I love that you come and you're always welcome at my hale. But please call me before you come because sometimes I have such a shitty day at work that I don't want to talk to anybody. I'm not in a great space to be a listener or a confidant. And it's going to come in one ear and out the other. And when you ask me the next time for reflection, I won't have anything because I don't have anywhere to put it.
And I just want to point out too, that there was two different energies being dealt with in those situations, yours and hers. And one thing you said that we don't recognize in ourselves is this consciousness. All right. Well, with that being said, mahalo everybody for joining us. It's me, Kanoy Lani Davis, on the island of Molokai.
And your girl Kulani Jeremiah Wong here on Oahu. Aloha.
Aloha.